That's what made me feel like in the real life, dripping on sauce in the good life.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Detroit Lions. Here's the punter, Sam Martin, now ready to get us started. And we are underway from the Superdome. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. That often runs you into a penalty.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Kill.
To throw, it's Breeze. And incomplete to open things up.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Running with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze going up top. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. But if you get enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, You start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Ginn. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Defensively, they just lost him. He was waving his arms saying, I'm wide open. They found him.
Yeah, and it's so interesting about when a receiver starts to wave his arms, because some guys, right off the line of scrimmage, they declare themselves open. You know, those guys throw the one arm up, hit me right now. In this case, he was so wide open that he was frantically trying to get his attention to make sure he got the football. And then I'm sure his only thought when the ball was in the air, don't drop it. Had too much time to think.
And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
And him running the football is not something that defenses spend a lot of time preparing for. But this guy has a survival instinct and a knack for knowing when exactly to do it.
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Breeze now. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they work this out past the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by a former first-round pick, Patrick Robinson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
13.
Breeze now to throw. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Kill.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Breeze. This is caught by Ginn. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Breeze to another longtime vet, Ginn, for the New Orleans first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill!
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Thomas, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Back to throw. Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. Whoosh. Still shedding. Theo Riddick. The 30. The 20. 10. Touchdown. Detroit. Theo Riddick taking it in. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Breaks it into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Kill! Ready! Waiting!
Breeze going to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Two.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. And it's hauled in by Ben Watson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Ready. Waiting.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Meredith. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
0-2.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And ball his way into the end zone for a Saint touchdown. A great play there. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Saints, if they convert the extra point, they'll have the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 21. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. On 1st down, Stafford here. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
We're rolling. 21.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. The completion to Riddick. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. On 1st down, it's Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good game. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. And that's complete. It's Ellington. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Stafford on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield.
It's not a bad idea. Set up in the gun. Send a bunch of guys out wide and let the defense think you're going to try and put one in the end zone. But here, the draw play just gets bottled up from the start, and he'll wind up losing yardage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. The shotgun snap for Stafford. Escaping the pressure right. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Good coverage that time by Patrick Robinson. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now. Third and long, it's Stafford. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Alex Okafor in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Steps away. Now he'll throw deep left side. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
36.
They fake the give. Here's Breeze. Rolling to his left. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And that one results in 35 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
21.
Breeze to throw on second down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a first down throw. Stafford. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Stafford. And it's incomplete.
Let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Throwing on 3rd down. Stafford. He hits Riddick underneath. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. So they will go for it. Stafford. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Alex Okafor in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Dancing to his left. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Ziggy Ansah able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about it.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Ezekiel Ansah coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. Well, the offense, they got the ball in a great spot, but they went nowhere. Forced them to take just the 3.
And they'll be, happy taking the 3. But those guys on the other side, they've got to be ecstatic. They didn't let them get anywhere. It made them kick a field goal. That almost feels like they got the advantage, doesn't it?
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
Do you think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 22!
2nd and 10, Stafford again. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they're way past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Stafford looks to throw again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Coverage there by Von Bell.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Lions on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. To the air again. Stafford steps away to his left. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Yeah, that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays. It has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On second down, here's Breeze. Caught on the left side by Gill. 8 yards on the pick out there, and it moves the sticks. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you've got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Room to run past midfield. And down to the 28-yard line. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They run it again with Kamara. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Again has it complete, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. Breeze going to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Glover Quinn. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
All right, here we go. Tag 50.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. The Lions need to move. They're hustling to the line now. He'll look to throw. This is Riddick on the screen. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it, but they've got to continue to move quickly.
Out to the flat for Riddick. It'll be a 3-yard gain. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
They'll look to throw. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Back to throw. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And they're not going to get the kick off in time. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So here's the veteran kicker, Matt Prater. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Lions are going to win this game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.